Okay, I've got a new EverSewn Sparrow 20 here, and I'm about to do my Levi's jean test on it. I've got a pair of old 560 Levi's jeans here, and I've taken the hem out of one of the legs. We're going to use a Schmetz needle, jeans needle, size 16 in this test. And then I've got my industrial Tex 24 or T80 thread that I'm going to be using. I've wound the bobbin with it, and then I'm going to thread up the size 16 needle with it next. And let me reposition the camera, and we'll get on with doing the test, and I'll let you see it live. So stay tuned. Okay, we're set up now to do our jeans hem test. And I've got everything set up. I've got a stitch length of 4.0. I've got the tension set on 8, which is pretty much what I set most of the machines on. And I did a quick test before I hammered down both of the side seams on this hem, because I know if it failed, the first thing someone would say is, you need to hammer down the side seam. So anyway, I went ahead and did that. I did a test before without any thread in it, without hammering them down, and you can see how dense the side seam is. Anyway, so I unfolded all layers, hammered all 3 of the foldovers down real good, then folded it on the single side, hammered that down, then folded the triple under and hammered that down on both of these seams to get them flatter. And so now with that done, we're going to be fair and see how it does. So here we go. I'm going to start out on the inside leg seam. That's the flat felled seam. That's going to be the thickest. And this seam out here is also pretty thick too. So it's no piece of cake. So let's see how it does. Here we go. Yeah, you can hear it. I'm going to go ahead and press the pin foot in, and I put some fabric back here to level the foot. I know with a pin foot it doesn't need it, but what it does do is it helps it feed. So that's one benefit of sticking fabric or a jig or something back there. It presses it down evenly here and allows the feed dogs to grab the hem and feed it nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and go forward now. Hold the pin down. There we go. So we should be able to go on now. See how our stitch looks on the back side. Yeah, it looks good. So our tension looked good, so let's go. Okay, we're coming up over the next side seam. I'm going to go ahead and walk up to it. Just go over it and see how it does. Go ahead and level the foot coming off of it for a couple of stitches, and then off I'm going. Unwind my fabric here, my leg. Okay, here we go. Trying to stay in the previous hose. As I do this, I may veer off a little bit. Go ahead and cut my thread at the beginning here. Go. I'm just going to crawl up on it and see what it does. Yeah, it's going to grind a little bit. I'm going to sew over those next few stitches there, and then go ahead and go back. You hear it grunting, but it made it through, so that's a good sign. All right, let's take it off here and have a look at what we've got. Okay, let me get everything out of the way here and I'll refocus so we can look at the hem. Okay, let's have a look at the hem here. This is the top side. Good consistent straight stitch. And there's our bottom side. Stitches are formed very well. There's where we tie it off on the inside seam. And you can see by hammering that down the difference that it made. Here's the one that I didn't hammer down, and then the hammer down one, and it's about half the size. So you will have to kind of do that on the home machines to give them a chance at all. And here's the other side seam that it just went right over, and the stitch didn't get much shorter. It shortened just a little bit right there, which is fairly normal on the home machines. But anyway, that shows you the power of the machine. So hopefully this will help you guys out, and let me know if you have any questions at all, and I'll be happy to answer them. And that concludes the test. So take care.